In 2022, I decided to make my hustle official. I started up a small business for photography and videography freelance work. I signed a lease for a studio, registered the business, bought a bunch of gear with no one around me. Before you make a hasty decision like I did, you need to ask yourself 5 things. Number 1, do I understand this business enough to get into it? Number 2, do I have a clientele or will I need to get customers? Number 3, can I manage a few weeks or months without steady income or bookings? Number 4, am I organized? And most importantly, am I passionate enough to see this through thick and thin? So let's talk about item number 1. Do I understand this business enough to get into it? If you're looking to start a business, you need to really ask yourself if you have the skill set beforehand in order to get into the business to begin with. For example, I've been doing photography and videography as a side hustle for over 10 years now. So I know how to operate a camera, set up my lighting, work with people, edit, all of which are fundamental to my business. If you don't have the skill set and think you could just dive in and learn on the way, good luck, because it takes a lot of time and experience to become good at something and build those people skills. If you have no experience, I would suggest educating yourself more about the business, more about the skill set, working for free if you have to, in order to get a feel for the field, and then determine from there if you actually want to do it for a living or a side hustle. Basically, treat it like a vocation. This leads me to item number 2. Do I have a clientele or will I need to get customers? If you decide to jump into a business thinking customers are just going to show up magically, you are dead wrong and very delusional. Even with advertising and hardcore marketing, that does not guarantee anyone is going to hire you for your work. Trust me, I know. I've gone weeks without a single booking, so it gets tough. Building up your clientele requires a lot of socializing, a lot of good word of mouth for the work you do. And if you impress your clients, chances are they're going to recommend you to other people for work that may come down the line, which is the best way to keep existing customers and attract new ones and just show off your portfolio and what you're capable of doing. This leads me to item number 3. Can I manage going a few weeks or a few months without steady income? Like I mentioned earlier, there are times you're going to go for weeks without any steady work. So you will need to budget in advance for those tough times, or you're going to need another source of steady income to help you get through. And there's no shame in that. Luckily for me, I make steady income as a software developer, and this is just a side hustle. So I'm not too worried about having steady photo and video work. However, if you're going to business full-time, going weeks and months without any work can get stressful, especially if you have dependents. If you do get work, there's a very high chance you're not going to be able to pocket much of it initially due to your operating costs. So you really have to grind it out. This leads me to item number 4. Am I organized? Unlike a standard 9-to-5, you are responsible for your own spending, looking for work, finishing the work, and your own time management for your personal and business life. This means you need to manage your finances for tax season, your clientele scheduling. You may have to make sacrifices between seeing your friends and your family versus your client and your work. You'll need to make sure you're investing into things you need, not want, and the list just goes on and on. Basically, you are responsible for you, your time, your business, and your relationships. It's all on you. Last but not least, you have to ask yourself, am I passionate enough to see this through thick and thin? There is no such thing as getting rich quick, at least that I know of. So if you do, feel free to share, but you're gonna have to really work it out if you want to be successful. For me personally, I love what I do. I've always been an artist and very creative. So even if I wasn't making money anymore off of this, I still see myself creating content, even if it's just for fun. I think if you like what you do, that energy is going to resonate with the people you work with and for the people that you're around. And it just makes them want to be around you and hire you and just keep you around. If you're miserable and you're in it just to be in it to make a quick buck, people aren't stupid. They're gonna see right through you because that attitude is going to reflect in your work and in your personality. If you're going to do something, do it right and actually enjoy it, so you're gonna want to go to work every day. Otherwise, you might as well just get a 9-to-5 where even though you'll be miserable, you'll at least have some sort of steady income and security. So yeah, there you go. Those are my top 5 questions you need to ask yourself before you go into business. Don't let social media manipulate you. Don't let these videos, these people tell you that it doesn't take a lot of work. And most importantly, just try and love what you do. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, please check out my other videos as I think you'll also find them very informative. If you haven't already, please subscribe so I can keep the lights on in the studio and provide you with more content like this. This has been so fun. I hope to see you all again soon. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.